Welcome back. The obesity crisis is set to worsen with a new Lancet study predicting that by 2050, 218 million men and 231 million women in India will be overweight or obese, amounting to 449 million people, which is around 45 crore, nearly a third of the country's projected population. On a global scale, the study warns that over half of all adults and a third of children and adolescents will be overweight or obese by mid-century. The most alarming rise is expected among older adolescents aged 15 to 24. Now, this trend is particularly troubling given that in 2021, half of the world's overweight and obese adults were concentrated in just 8 countries, including India. The study highlights that as obesity rates surge in low and middle-income countries where childhood malnutrition and infectious diseases are already significant challenges, healthcare systems could face an overwhelming burden. Now, what's driving the surge? One of the primary factors fueling this epidemic is the growing consumption of processed foods, high in salt, sugar, and fat. The study points to multinational food and beverage corporations and fast food chains shifting their focus from high-income nations to the developing countries, where population growth, rising per capita income, and weaker regulations provide fertile ground for expansion. In view of the global obesity surge, there is a need for efforts to raise awareness, promote balanced diets, and also encourage regular physical activity.
Can you suggest us some cooking habits that could help us in consuming less fats?
Yeah, it is very important to have a healthy cooking habits, and to the ways to consume less fat. Number one is that how you cook the food. It is very important, and prefer steaming, boiling, poaching rather than deep frying food. Consumption of high dietary fat is associated with higher weight, and in later stages to overweight and obesity, because there are excess calories in it. Also, although we have to combine with other factors, like we have to improve our dietary patterns, because many people, they eat at night. It is very important to have balance of energy intake, caloric balance. Whatever we are consuming, we should be burning also. And thirdly, lifestyle factors, they are also very important. So at least 30 minutes of physical activity by all individuals in a day to combat obesity.
How concerning is this issue for Indians, considering how it is also seen as a cosmetic issue by a lot of them?
See, this is a very major problem, because obesity, first of all, it's not a cosmetic issue at all. It is a disease. It has been accepted world over as a disease, which can further lead to many other diseases. Over the next few years or so, we are going to have an explosion of non-communicable diseases, and a major part of that, the contributing factor would be obesity. So you can imagine that how this is going to affect our youth.
You're saying so it is prevalent across all age groups?
It's prevalent across all age groups. It's prevalent in children, adolescents, and in the young adults. Traditionally in our country, it is thought that a chubby child is a healthy child. But now I think it needs to be realized that a chubby child is not always a healthy child. That chubby child may go on to develop an obese youth who may develop the diabetes or other related problems in 30s, which is 30s or early 40s, which is the most productive life.